Well, hello there. This is Ray with Easy Simple Mechanic, and happy Halloween. It is really cold outside, but today's episode we're going to try and finish repairing the rails on the sunroof on this truck, and then we'll try and get it back in the vehicle and get it all hooked up and see how it works. So please enjoy the episode, and thanks for watching. Okay, so we did the kit on this sunroof, so I just wanted to let you know. I'll go ahead and put a link below. There's a guy that shows step by step on how to do this, Rex Auto or something like that. Anyway, I'll put that link down there so you guys can see exactly how to do this. I followed it step by step. The only thing that I would also say to be careful of, I think he goes ahead and just throws everything away the minute that he gets in there. But there's, on the kit that I got, there's a little, on this deal, where is it? Yeah, right in here. There's on this metal piece here, let me see if I can get the old one and I'll show you. There was a little sleeve, so the kit that I got had a very thin deal on it. Here it is, so you can see there's a, see this right here? There's a little, this little pin right here. On this one had a sleeve on it, like a little plastic or some kind of material sleeve that went over this little pin. The kit that I got did not have that sleeve, so don't throw these away. Make sure that you check to make sure that you put that sleeve, otherwise if this is going to be sloppy in the track and it could wind up breaking that again. So I noticed that because I was very careful to make sure that everything was there that I needed, and it worked out pretty good. But basically it's very easy actually to do once you get the hang of it. You're gonna remove the motor that's down here from the underside with some Torx deal, and you can pop that out, and then you're gonna drill out these rivets here on both sides, and that'll allow you to pry this off, this piece, and then you pull it back, and these little I don't know, I guess spring or whatever it is that uses to pull and push the motor, or that the motor pulls and pushes, that uses to pull the tracks. You pull that off, and then you slide everything out of the track. Well, first you got to take off this cross piece with there's some Phillips screws on both sides. You take that off, and then you just slide everything off the back end. Just pull everything off the back end. You put you clean the tracks out real good. Get all the old grease and dirt and everything else out of there, and then you go ahead and slide the new pieces back in there. And you can see how he does that, but actually it wasn't too bad. I just made sure that as I took him off, I did one side at a time so I could be sure that I could see exactly how to do that. And I also had on the kit that I got, did not have the left hand or right hand, so I wanted to make sure that I put the right ones on the right side. Then you slide it all back in. There is some little things here before you can actually slide that off. Let me get a different camera angle that sun's getting in there. There's these little tabs right here. You got to knock those down to be able to slide this stuff out. So don't forget about those. So you can do those. He shows with an extension and a hammer, and just knock them down flat so you can slide everything out. Otherwise it won't come out. And then when you put everything back together, you can knock it back from the underside back up, so you got a lip there. And slide everything back in once you got everything greased up, and everything works out good. Then you can put your rivets back in, adjust your cables to where your motor is pulling on the cables exactly the same. So when they get to the stops, they arrive at the same time, exactly the same time, because you don't want to have them arrive differently because they'll go ahead and break the stuff that you just fixed. So, all right, so I got this done. I did check these little drains, make sure all of them are clean, so that I don't have any clogged stuff in case water gets in there. So it should be draining fine. So we'll go ahead and put this back in, and then we'll get that headliner back installed and call it good. So let's get back to work. Okay, here we are back. I did go ahead and install the headliner back in, the opposite of the way we took it out. And I went ahead and shoved it in the back door here. Just angled it in kind of this way. I had to kind of fold a little bit and try and get it in there, but I had this front seat laid all the way down. I had the headrest off, and the other headrest was off, and then these headrests were off too. As you recall, I took those out so we could get the headliner in and up. What I did is, once I got the headliner in and back in kind of place, I went ahead and installed the headliners in the front to help me hold it up there. And then I went ahead and started on the back to put these push buttons to hold this thing up while I could get the other stuff in. I went ahead and got my pillar covers back on, and the center, I guess, column covers back up and in there, and so they could start helping. So I started in the back, and then I went to the front as I went putting the stuff back on, and then the last piece at the end was bringing the front pieces on, and these columns in the front. So I'm just about done here, and I got these columns in here. I got that column in there, and I went ahead and put the 2 bolts that go there. I went ahead and plugged in on that side already in the visor, the little electrical piece, which is, here's the plug for the electric. Don't forget those, and don't forget if you disconnected the mic here, there's a little plug right in here that you have to plug in. Let's see if I can show it to you. Here it is. See, right here. Make sure that you get that plugged in, or else your sync and your hands-free will not work. So all I've got to do now is go ahead and shove this cable back in there and put this last sun visor in. But before I wrapped it all up, I kind of wanted to check and see if all of this stuff was gonna work. So let me make sure. Probably should have tested it sooner. I just kind of figured it would work, but let's see. Now, one of the things that I did have to do, and I can't show you anymore because I got this thing on, but I did adjust the glass so that, let me get this open here. Okay, there's 2 screws there, so you can put those in there, and you'll need to adjust that once you get everything lined up and everything. So you're gonna have to stand on the outside to see the level of the glass when you come in here, so you can make sure the seal here is just above the line of the cab. If you don't do that, then water will collect in here and get inside. So I went ahead, and it is dirty. I need to get this thing cleaned up, but that takes some adjusting there. And let me see if I can get this thing up here. So here's the control. I just pushed that in. And let's see if we can. Okay, there's the window. It opens up, so nice sunshine outside. There it is. Close back up. There it is, that other little piece that lets it flip up. You can see the back thing. Okay, and then let's check the back window. Let's look in the mirror. Well, maybe we can see, make sure that everything that was wired up is working. So you can see that's working. Obviously the dome light is working. These dome lights are working. So I think we're good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this last piece of visor in there, and we'll call this this job complete. It was a bit challenging to do all this deal, especially that big headliner. I don't know that I needed to take it all the way out, but it did come out pretty easy, but it did create these little, I don't know, they're very unnoticeable really, but I did have to fold it a little bit so you can see these little creases here to get it out through the door, just because of all the stuff in the way. I didn't want to leave it in here. You could leave it in there and get to those stuff to bring the whole deal down without taking it all the way out, but I felt it would be more of a pain, especially when you go to adjust the glass and adjust the travel of the window and everything else. So it worked out pretty good. So I guess we'll call that a wrap for this part, and we'll see what we work on next. So check you guys out on the next one. Well, I guess that's gonna do it for now. Please like, share, subscribe, and have your kids have a very safe Halloween if you're gonna take them out to get some treats tonight. Okay, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.